want you to take a moment, and I want you to look each other in the eyes. I want you to put each other in your hearts forever, because forever is about to happen here in just a few minutes.
South Conference, you're undefeated 11-0 Luck Cardinals. Announcing the starting lineup for the Shell Lake Lakers. A senior, number 2, Tyler Green. A senior, number 21, Jordan Aronson. A sophomore, number 45, Darius Owen. A senior, number 55, Joseph Yucatel. A junior, number 66, Blake Flash. A senior, number 79, Zach Simon. A senior, number 81, Ben McNulty. A senior, number 82, Timothy Mirabal. Luck Cardinals, they're coached by Matt Dunlop, Ryan Huffle as the co-head coaches, and assisted by Trevor Dexter, Marty Steele, Don Kenzier, and Al Tomlinson. The Shell Lake Lakers are coached by Mr. Joe Johnson, and assisted by Jim Herman, Josh Schmidt, John Schwartz, and their trainer is Joel Anderson. The Cumberland School District, along with the Shell Lake and Luck School Districts, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic events is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Inappropriate, unsporting behavior is grounds for removal from the stadium. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you all please rise and remove your hats as we pay tribute to our veterans and military personnel for the freedoms we enjoy in the United States of America with the singing of our national anthem by Luck High School senior Cassie Johnson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
You surprised he committed already?
Yeah, a little bit.
I am.
Yeah.
And to where he committed to.
But he liked what he saw, I think so.
Said it was pretty family oriented.
Yep.
Now I bet Marty wishes he was here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that offense is the most confusing offense I've ever seen.
Well, you stand back at the linebacker position, and I'm telling you,
Oh, really?
you have no idea. It's all mesh.
I didn't know who it was until he fell down. And I've watched how many games now? One more step, he could have got behind Bennett.
Yep.
Red Booth said he's never seen a better 8-man team than Luck.
That team we played from East Central Michigan here a few years back was crazy good.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they were so good. They won the state championship 2 or 3 years in a row. And there's another big hole. Levi gone for touchdown, 42 yards.
Yeah, he's just a man against boys right now. We're not on yet, right?
I don't think so. Are we on yet? Nope. Nope.
The third play from scrimmage.
Yep.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Levi's going to run this in.
Yeah, it's hard to say. We didn't do so well last week on our 2-point conversion attempts, even though we're doing good for the year.
How do you stop that?
You can't. See, that's why we like to take the ball to start the game. Let's just pound it.
Yeah. There's no reason not to when you're that good.
Nope.
Usually, I like the Packers to defer, but here you'd be almost dumb not to.
And normally you do defer, but no, not with our high-powered offense.
Yep.
I mean,
Get the lead and put them back on their heels right away.
Yep.
Don't allow them to score.
In 3 plays, okay, that's going to be something for the psyche.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, one Shell Lake fan
said he's come to his son's last football game. So I heard that. Yeah.
I got to take work off my son's last football game.
Yeah.
I bet you he's glad he came out, huh?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is really. Too bad he wasn't out all 4 years, but concussions. He had a lot of concussions.
He might not have made it this year if he.
Yeah, well, exactly.
He told me last year, I just can't stand it. I can't stand it sitting on the sidelines.
Nope. Squibb down to the 27. Said his knee was down.
Yep. I'm not so sure it was, but.
I'm not either, but I'm not the decision maker.
Nope. I've seen worse calls.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever see that game where we had 6 out of 7 plays in a row, penalties? Against Frederick in the third quarter?
Ryan, I was at his house.
That was so bad.
He brought the computer over on the couch and we looked at him. I mean, 2 of them, I don't have a clue why they called it.
Oh, yeah, I know. All of a sudden, they're going to pass, yep. Going deep, he's open. Oh. Hunter.
Well, I didn't want him to outdo us and score in one play.
Yeah. Hunter, sell it.
If St. Croix would have had any kind of pass defense this year, geez, they were horrid.
Well, Shirley wasn't very good there either.
No.
Of course, he fell, and that didn't help any. Throw it again.
No rush.
Good play by Wyatt.
This is where I'd like to see Reynolds just throw people around.
Yeah. I saw Don do some stuff last weekend, too. It was just crazy. The last game. Just grab him by shoulder pad and toss him 3 feet to the side.
Yep.
It looked like a flag there.
Yep, motion.
Yep. Left side. I like that microphone thing. That's like,
Oh, man. You know, I'd like to tell Bob, there's just too many mistakes with this switcher and stuff. We have trouble every time. Every time.
pass again. He's open too.
Pass attempt to Matt McDuffie goes incomplete.
3rd and 15.
Down for the Lakers.
Well, good. They can't do it in less than 3 now.
True. Sure, you're getting a lot of stuff on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah. Over his head.
Over his head.
Nicholas Beckey's pass attempt to Tyler Green is incomplete.
They have no running game, or
They can't run against us.
nobody can really, can
Well,
they?
no. I mean, they've been 50-50 bar all season long, but, you know,
I thought Mellon would do better. I mean, I thought their passing game was pretty decent.
yeah, but they got us early in the season.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you watch what their scores, oh, look at this. Okay, inside.
Send a couple more over.
Yep.
Not going to
No,
make it,
no,
buddy.
Not going to make that. Nope. 57. That was a little trickster play that didn't work.
First and 10 at the 26.
There's where you just have to have faith in everybody that they do their job.
Yep, that's all we stress, too.
Yep.
You know, just everybody do their job and everything will happen. Don't worry about anybody else. Just do what you're supposed to do. Levi.
My God.
Well, how do you stop him? I don't know.
Doesn't it look like kids are like falling down
Oh, yeah.
before they get to him?
Yeah, he's so strong.
That's why I was hoping he'd play baseball a little closer to home. But you know what? I can go see him.
That's right.
I was going to go to the Badger Ohio State game.
Oh,
They got beat by Illinois, so I'm not going to
Oh,
go.
wow.
They took all the championship out of it.
Yep.
And then what really made me mad is because we were then after the game, we were going to go down to Kansas City and watch the Packers and Chiefs.
Yeah.
Fred Booth and I and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, boy, did they take the wind out of my sails. Those Badgers.
And Jensen.
I like that he went to the middle of the field instead of stepping out. I like that.
Yep.
No, he doesn't play basketball, does he?
Well, we're trying to talk him into it. He did play early in junior high and stuff. He's an athlete, you know.
Well, that's just it.
So he'd be a little bit behind in some of the skills, but everybody's trying to talk him into it.
What's his reasoning?
Well, I don't think he's seriously thinking about it, I'm sure.
But,
Yeah,
you know,
as before, I don't know why.
does he have too much pride that he's
I
not?
don't know. Levi Jensen, touchdown, 33 yards.
Well, I'll tell you, if they don't win the gold ball, Ryan's going to be mortified.
We all will. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just never know.
I know, but I mean, you watch a game like this,
Yep.
a game to go to state, and the way you're waltzing through it.
You know, there's a lot of game left.
Well, I know.
But from what I've seen offensively, yeah, they can't stop us, and it's going to be
If they're going to pass all game,
yeah.
be a couple pick six.
I watched the game, with Newman. Yep, they're good. They got good athletes.
I would expect that game to be.
Yeah. Oh, fumble. No good. No, I'd rather do it there.
Yep. Who fumbled it?
I'm not sure. It was an exchange between Bennett and Wyatt. What's going on here? How come we're not on? It doesn't work? And I'm sure everybody watching at home was going, crap. Oh,
Like, what's going on?
oh, well, they should have came to the game then. What's that?
Yeah, when you're looking at the temperature, you're thinking, I'm going to sit home on the couch under.
It's going to be on We Are Luck, Yeah. Well, good start.
Couldn't ask for much better. So far, so good.
Freddie, good job, Freddie. Got about 3 yards in that return.
Yeah.
Run. Okay, hey, everybody, we are on air. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Thank you for joining us now. There's 9:12 to go in the first quarter. The Cardinals are up 14-0. A 42-yard touchdown by Levi Jensen with Bennett Jensen. The two-point conversion was good. And Levi Jensen again with a 33-yard touchdown, and the two-point conversion did not complete it. I'm here with Dennis Anderson. He's filling in for Marty Messer. So we'll just pick up right where we're at. We got 1st and 10 for the Shell Lake Lakers at the 26-yard line. First series of downs for Shell Lake. They passed a lot. Now they're going to get sacked by Dominic Caroon. A loss of about 4 or 5 yards on that.
Well, the only running play I was when it was 4th and 15, and they tried a kind of a trickery play, and didn't work.
Yep. First play that the Shell Lake Lakers had in their first series of downs was a big, long pass play. Got them down to a row, probably about the 13, 14-yard line, but the Cardinals held on. The defense was able to stop them. 2 plays later, Levi Jensen took it in for the touchdown.
So they scored on the third play in the series, and then the second play in the series. So right now, Luck's having their way with it.
So we apologize for the technical difficulties, but hopefully everything will work out from here on the rest of the game. So we got split wide left, split wide right, and slot. Split backfield, there's a run. They're opening. Wyatt Jensen on the tackle, got out to about the 35-yard line.
Still didn't get a first down. And I'll tell you what, you got to get past that stick before you can get a first down against Luck, because I'll tell you, it doesn't matter if it's inches or not.
No, it's with their great defense, what they have. And that's only about the second time that they've ran. Everything else has been passes.
Yep.
That was good about a 12 to 14-yard game there.
You know, if I'm a Shell Lake coach, this is not a gimme.
Well, it's 3rd and 1 at the 36-yard line. Slot right. Split left. Here comes a reverse.
Nice play. Well set
Nice
up.
play, yep. Didn't really fool Levi too much, but Gage Johansson, Levi Jensen on the tackle to the 45, which would be a first down for the Lakers.
You got to believe last year in the conference, the 1-2 punch was Jack Washburn and Hunter Rosenbaum. this year the 1-2 punch has got to be Gage and Levi.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch, and of course, WI did it great. Right now, there's the 4 teams that are playing to go for the state tournament next weekend. Are all the number 1 teams, and they're seeded in their team, so everything's worked out as way it's supposed to. Another handoff to number 23 at the middle. He got swamped that time by Riley Runnels and Dominic Caroon for loss of yard. 7:16 to go in the first quarter. Cardinal lead 14-0.
It's always good to have superstars, but on Luck, you got a couple superstars, but you got stars around them.
Well, we've announced it yesterday, but we have 6 out of our starting 8 got all conference.
Well, it's just unbelievable when they're that depth. The depth is good. Just unbelievable how good this team is. And
we got deuce left, split backfield, tight right. Oh, the flag on Shell Lake for illegal motion.
That'll be their second one.
That's the second penalty. Luck hasn't got any penalties yet. That's kind
that's
of rare.
Yeah,
that's really rare.
Say, sit down, everybody. Yep. We got a news flash. Luck hasn't got a penalty yet.
This first quarter. So we'll have 2nd and 15 from the 39-yard line.
And Al, working with, my son-in-law and just observing, what nice kids.
Oh, yeah, wonderful kids.
I mean, they're picking up flags for the officials and helping each other up.
Deuce right, eye backfield. They're going to look for the pass. He's going deep. Number 2's going deep. A little out of reach.
Yep,
nice
he had
pass.
him there.
Yep. And quarterback Kretke from Shell Lake, he got a high ankle sprain last week against Florence. So he didn't even play in the middle of the second quarter all the way through the rest of the game. But he's back now. I don't know how mobile he is, but he's still got a great arm.
Boy, I'll tell you, that ankle is not affecting his arm one iota.
No, it shouldn't.
Nice spiral, nice tight spiral. The first play of the game when he threw that, it had to go 40 yards in the air, I would assume. But so the ankle's not hurting his arm.
No, sure isn't. So we'll have 3rd and 16, it looks like, from the 39-yard line. The swing pass coming out here on the left side. Somebody's going deep. Sack. Justin Bletchener with the sack. All the way back to the 30-yard line. He's down too, unfortunately. Number 7 is down.
He hit his head pretty hard on the ground.
We don't ever want to see that.
No, it was a legal tackle, but when you're whipping them and, your body control just can't keep that head up. And
the turf looks nice, but it's still hard out there. It's cold. It's hard.
26 degrees, 15-mile-an-hour wind. What a beautiful facility and great hospitality here by Cumberland tonight.
Yep.
Richie Nargis and crew.
Endeavor Field, Endeavor Stadium, they call this. This is what $2.3 million will buy you. So.
And the Endeavors family donated most of it. So,
unfortunately, we have a stop and play on number 7, which is their Nicholas Kratke senior from Shell Lake, is down on the field after a sack by Justin Bletchener. So I just want to say a shout out to everybody that is tuning in tonight. We apologize again for the last time. I'll apologize, but for the technical delays we had. Marty Messer was unable to join us tonight because he got some deer sickness over there in Wasaki. Doesn't feel up to it. So Dennis Anderson,
I heard he had some bad Wasaki.
He did have some bad Wasaki, but
yeah.
Dennis Anderson was kind enough to step in. He's the We Are guy for St. Croix Falls.
Okay, sit out in the cold or sit in a warm booth. Cold, warm booth.
That's a pretty simple one. But I'm sure if you've been listening, you've heard Dennis talk a lot on the We Are networks for the St. Croix volleyball, St. Croix football. He traveled all over the country with me this year.
Lady Smith and Northwestern and
everywhere. Yep.
Elk Mound.
But Dennis and I go way back. We played basketball against each other in high school.
Yes, we did. You were just a lowly little sophomore
then.
Yes,
I was. Okay, so Shell Lake, 4th down from the 30-yard line. Looks like number 21.
And they will have
Jordan
to punt.
Aronson is back to punt. We got Levi Jensen back for the Cardinals at about the 26-yard line.
4th and 25.
Good snap. Just blocked.
Blocked.
Blocked by number 2, Wyatt Johansson. Recovered. Wyatt Jensen blocked the punt, recovered by Dawson Van Meter at the 9-yard line of Shell Lake Lakers.
If he feels that cleanly, he's got a touchdown. What kind of dance you think Dawson's got?
They can't do that. That's a penalty.
Yeah, that was a nice layout by Jensen.
So the Cardinals will take over after the block punt. the 9-yard line. 6:20 to go. 14-0. Wyatt Jensen around the end. Good kick out block. Wyatt Jensen, touchdown! 9-yard touchdown, number 2.
He got hit from the back that really propelled him into the end zone.
Wyatt Jensen.
Well, so the Jensens making their presence known tonight. Now, is Bennett Jensen a relation?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nope, just
Okay.
that Jensen, Peterson,
I
Johnson thing.
Yeah, I just thought, it was triplets or
Yep,
something.
I call them the Jensen, the Jensketeers. Cardinals for a 2-point conversion attempt. Bennett Jensen around left side. Good sweep out. He's in.
Nice
He's
block.
in. Yep, good blocking for the Cardinals.
Wyatt Jensen did Levi Jensen and Wyatt Jensen seal block. Those two ends couldn't get out there. I wouldn't mind those two guys blocking in front of me.
No, I wouldn't want to get hit by him either.
No. And congratulations to Levi Jensen signing a baseball tender for North Alabama. He will
D1 contract.
go on scholarship. How much, I don't know, but it's good.
Well, you get from small towns like that, a lot of times you don't know if you get recognized. But you know what? If you're good enough, you get recognized.
You'll get found, but
Yep.
just think of this area and the athletes we have playing in
Oh,
the
I know.
Division One.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
how many years haven't you and I covered this conference and
Nobody.
nobody, and all of a sudden you got 9 of them that have a possibility of playing Division One. 5 in football and 4 in baseball.
Yep, it's a fantastic deal. It says a lot for these small schools and coaching staffs for all of them and the athleticism.
Well, and then you got Gage Johansson being recruited in 2 different sports:
Yeah.
Superior in basketball and Century in baseball.
Yep.
Now that's an athlete.
Yes, he is. Yep, he's a very smart athlete.
When you get 2 colleges recruiting you from 2 different sports, and now it just basically boils down to which one does he like more, which
Yep.
one is he better in.
Yeah, and he's got a whole other year of baseball and basketball. Yep,
Yeah, and the way he finished basketball last year,
he really came
oh
out in
my
that sectional
goodness
final. He did.
gracious.
Yep, he took that game over himself, as best as he could.
What do you have, 31 or 29 or something
Yeah,
like
30,
that?
32, 33, something. Yeah, so the Cardinals will be kicking off from the 40-yard line, 22-0. Gage Johansson back for the kickoff. 6:14 left to go in the first quarter. Gage's approach. Squib kick again, down to, picked up at the 18-yard line. Popping outside, number 82.
Nice return.
Tackled by Wyatt Jensen. Yep. Two looks like about approximately the 38-yard line.
And again, what Cumberland had to do with their field is just so great that they changed this into, well, it is a 100-yard field because that's what it is in state. But to narrow it and have it so well marked already,
Now you'll see some lines. The first line right underneath the 40, that's the actual out of bounds line. They had to move the hash marks in also.
yeah. So I mean, it took some work.
So Shell Lake here, 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. We got Deuce left, another handoff for quarterback. A couple of missed tackles. Still swamped up, picked up by number 13,
I think
Riley Reynolds,
if
and
they missed a chop block, or if the guy was on the ground and he just tripped over him.
now, of course, as long as if the person that you chop block starts inside the box, you can still chop block him
Okay.
as long as it happens inside the box.
I really think he was down and he
Okay.
just ran over him is what I thought it was.
Riley Reynolds on that tackle. They got about 3 yards in that play, so we're going to have 2nd and 7 from the 41.
That was Dominic Crew that kind of came off, but
They switched those guys around quite a bit.
he'll be back in, but he's the one that got up slow.
So we got split left, slot right, split backfield, tight right, little read option.
Oh, man. Wyatt Jensen.
Spun out of Levi and met Wyatt.
Oh, my goodness. Well, when you make a nice spin like that, you think, hey, I'm going to have some room to go. And
Yep.
the next thing you know, it was all darkness looking up.
Gained about 5 yards on that play, so we'll have 3rd down from the 46-yard line for the Lakers.
Marty, I hope you get better, buddy. I don't miss you, but, I hope you get better.
So we're going to have Deuce left for the Shell Lake Lakers, tight right on split backfield. Got 3rd and 2. Well, maybe a good 2 yards. Quarterback up the middle. He's cut out.
Oh,
He's
man.
short. He's short. Tackled by Dawson Van Meter and Wyatt Jensen.
Well, I think Wyatt's going to be just as dominant when he's a senior. He's
Yeah,
just a sophomore.
He's just a sophomore, yep. gained about 1 yard on that play, so we'll have fourth, and I'm sure they're going to go for it. You're down 22-0 already in the first quarter, and this is, done, one and done, so you can't hold anything back.
No, that's right. But again, if you're the Shell Lake coach, this is no certainty.
Nope. Got Beast right. Nope, no good.
And this
No
is
good.
exact-
Cardinals held them. This is exactly why. You got Levi Jensen and Hochstetler, Connor Hochstetler, and Dominic Kroon on that stop. Cardinals will take over on downs.
No, that's what we were just talking about. Nothing is automatic with this defense. I mean, these kids can flat out tackle.
Actually, last week we had some missed tackles that we haven't really seen all year, so we worked quite a bit on that this week to get back into focus on the technique. So Cardinals will take over on downs at the stop at the first down.
They waste no
Do a
time.
pass. Wide open. Wide
Oh,
open.
my, look at this.
Wyatt Jensen wide open. Down to the 15-yard line.
I think if he went behind Runnels, I thought Runnels threw a nice block.
That's easy to see from up here.
Well, it is.
Great call by Coach Dunlap.
Yeah, that was why. Nobody within, 15
Oh,
yards?
yeah. And, luck doesn't pass much, but when we do, it always seems to be quite effective. Actually, we actually have the sixth highest rated passers.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like you say, and it
And-
really wasn't a great pass. It was
No.
just a nice play. Well, and he made a nice little catch, got it to him. That's all he's got to do.
And it's not like yardage. We don't get a lot of yardage, but we just, pick and choose. And Jensen up the middle. Oh, you're going to stuff that one finally. The shortest play from scrimmage Luck has had tonight.
I've been kind of waiting for Bennett to take one, but maybe the Luck coaches know something, that their nose tackle he's a big boy. He's
Well,
wide,
they
takes up some room.
They traded off because, like last week, with Northwood, they came in and they really tightened up. They had 8 guys in the box within 3 yards of the ball and trying to stuff everything up the middle. So we put Levi outside a couple of times. Pretty soon before the third quarter started, the defense was so spread out that we
Yeah.
went back up the middle again. You can't key on one guy. That second down for the Cardinals. Bennett Jensen up the middle. Oh, just
Yes,
a shoestring tackle. Dominic Kroon, 53. Who's 50? Oh, Colton Anderson missed his block. Otherwise, it was a touchdown.
Yeah, stretched his jersey out about as far as it'll go.
Yep, if Colton had gotten that pull on that block.
Well, remember, what team had the tearaway jerseys? Was that Ohio State that started that?
Yeah, I think so. Might have been, yeah. So we have 2:38 counting in the first quarter. Cardinals are up 22-0 if you've just joined us. Knocking at the door again. Got third about 6 from the 11-yard line. Levi Jensen around right side. One block. Dawson Van Meter. Touchdown, Levi Jensen.
Nice block by
11-yard
Dawson.
touchdown.
Stood-
Dawson Van Meter did it.
Stood him straight up. Well, the offense is making the defense look good. The defense is making the offense look good.
That's what you're looking for.
I'd talk about the special teams, but there's not much
There's not going on there, no. We kick. Lux only had 7 punts this year, so
the whole year.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
One year in 2012, we didn't have any.
No kidding.
Not one punt. So 2-point conversion attempt for the Cardinals. Looks like we got Wyatt Jensen again. He's going to get. It's going to be. Nope. He's short.
I think he stepped out
Yep,
before
he stepped up before
yeah.
he got no good.
Wyatt Jensen puts that about. Jordan Hart. Extra point is no good.
Well, Cardinals and Shell Lake met their second game of the season, and that ended up being a 56-28. And Shell Lake is not. That's the only game Shell Lake has lost.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that.
Shell Lake won the Lakeland North Conference, Lakeland 8 North Conference. So, you've got 2 number 1s here playing tonight. You've got 2 number 1s in the other section playing tonight between Wausau Newman and Belmont. And that game, Wausau Newman beat Belmont earlier in the season by 32. So,
And Al, that just goes to show you how good Luck is. This team's lost 1 game, and the game was by, like you say, 30 points.
56-28, yep.
And then you got, they're a good team. And,
Yeah,
and
they
look
are.
what Luck is doing to them. I
Yeah.
mean, Luck, folks, you're seeing something that you're not going to see a whole lot. A team this dominant on the offense and defense. But 8-man, because Stratford might be that in 11-man. They have not given up a point
Have not given up a
all
point.
year.
They had 1 close game against Edgar, 6-0. fact, they got like a second seed or something up there because there was a lot
North,
of lot of-
oh, that,
yeah, a lot of teams from up north, and who's Stratford type of deal. Yeah, well, Stratford's the real deal.
oh man.
11-man, yeah, they are the epitome. Gage Johansson kicking off again down to the 30-yard line, bobbled by number 24, tackled by Levi Jensen.
He just dives.
Number 24, Samuel Negus, a sophomore for Shell Lake, 5'10", 144 pounds. Remember that kid in JV, he was really fast. But high school's a whole different animal. So, with 2:12 to go in the first quarter, Shell Lake will start first and 10 at the 36.
Quick substitution here.
Got Deuce left, tight right, going to pass. He's going deep, going deep, going deep.
Good coverage.
Good coverage, great coverage by Hunter Sellent, number 20, right where he needed to be.
And use the correct arm and everything.
Yep.
Picture perfect for high school. Talking to Parker Steen before the game, and he swears it's 10 degrees colder on that side than it
Well,
is
that's
this
what he
side.
said, but I walked over there. It was cold either.
It's just
either way.
cold.
It's just
I
cold.
don't care if it's 26 or 16, it's
So we
cold.
talked to the players this week in practice, and it was cold every night of practice. We went outside every night, and they said, yeah, once you got going, you didn't.
Yeah,
You were warmed up. So we got split right, slot left, split backfield, tight left. Ooh. Over the head.
You know what? If that's a perfect pass, it might have been a pick six. Gage Johansson read that
Yep,
perfectly.
He jumped on that well.
So it was probably a good thing it was an errant pass that time. I saw him jump the route, and the pass sailed over everybody's head.
Well, it's good to see number 7's back in the game again. I think he's a little shook up, but at least he's a senior. He doesn't want to be out. Of course, injuries can do that for you, but at least he's back in the game again.
Yeah, I don't care what level it is. You want the best team out there when you beat them.
You do.
You
yes.
know.
Yep. So we've got Deuce left, tight right, split backfield. Another pass going across the middle. Number 2, he's going deep to number 81. All sorts of guys there. Nice
He
catch.
caught that.
He
over.
caught that. Hunter Sellent was right in the middle of that with his arms and everything. Beautiful catch by number 21.
There was nothing wrong with that defense. Give all the credit in the world to number 81, Ben McNulty.
Yep, there was 3 Cardinals surrounding him. Jordan Aronson, the senior, 5'11", 170. Fantastic catch.
My word.
So first down on that beautiful pass and catch at the 35-yard line of Luck. 1:55 to go. Cardinal lead 28-0.
That could have been picked off as easily as it's just a tremendous catch. That's all you can say about it.
Great concentration. He grabbed it and pulled it in and held on as he fell to the ground. So we've got a split left, slot right, split backfield. Tight end on the right side. Got jet motion going right to left on your screen. So we'll have Deuce left. Handoff number 23.
Oh, my. Look at that.
Dominic Kroon, one-hand
Oh,
tackle.
my, wow.
One-hand tackle. For a loss of 2.
That is just strength.
That is strength, yes. There's just so many athletes out there in that field.
And I don't think he had a full hand. I think he had like 3 fingers.
That very well could be, yeah.
Boy, it's been a long first quarter because Luck is a lot of passing, incomplete passes, and 4 touchdowns.
We'll have Deuce left, tight right, split backfield. It's going to be a pass. Number 2 coming across. Number 83 threw it in the dirt. He had to throw it away because we had, once again, Dominic Caroon, Riley Reynolds right there at him.
Well, he couldn't stride into the pass, so he had to short arm it.
He's limping pretty good, too, from that ankle. High ankle sprain he got received last week. You can see that.
You know, and the cold weather's probably doing him good.
Oh, yeah, that's not helping. So we'll have third down and probably about 11 and a half. Line to gain is the 25-yard line. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Again, this is where you really want to thank the sponsors.
Got Deuce left, tight right, split backfield for the Lakers. Or drop back pass, number 7. Number 2 going on a wheel route.
There's a duck.
Well covered, well covered. Ooh, good stop, good job by Wyatt Jensen in the coverage.
Almost like he was boxing him out for a rebound.
Yep.
Good job.
They're taking their chances. They're being well covered by the cornerbacks and safeties of the Cardinals tonight.
This is the best secondary I've seen now all year long as far as coverage goes. And remember, those of you watch, it's 28-0, and Shell Lake's got one loss, and that's to Luck.
Yeah.
So they are a good football team.
They beat Siren and they beat Northwood, and they're both good teams. Siren and Northwood are second and third in the conference.
Wasn't that Northwood's only loss?
The North, yeah, to Shell Lake and us,
Okay.
if I remember right. Oh, he's going deep. Number 2, number 13. Oh, wide open, number 20, 21. Fumble! Picked up. Recovered by Gage Johansson. Cardinals take over on the fumble. Recover at the 6-yard line.
Good heads-up play by both him and Levi. Gage was there, picked it up, made sure he secured it.
Picked up. Recovered by Gage Beautiful pass across Johansson. the middle on the
Cardinals
wing
take
from
over
Ray on the fumble.
Shell
Recovered
Lake
at the
Lakers.
6-yard line. Wide open. He
Good
got the
heads-up
ball,
play
ran,
by
got
both
hit.
him
Yes,
and
I don't
Levi.
get the ball. Who
Gage
hit him?
was there, picked
Yard
it
the
up.
ball loose. Gage Johansson recovers it at the 7-yard line of the Cardinals. That's kind of a backbreaker.
Yeah, if you're Shell Lake, you've had 2 decent drives, and both of them ended up with turning it over.
Levi Jensen, no. Bennett Jensen up the middle. Bennett Jensen's going to go. Bennett Jensen, 50. Shoestring tackle at the 45-yard line.
Oh, that guy threw his I think he tripped and just stuck his arm out.
His last breath to get that ankle tackle.
That was Tony Maribel that made the tackle, and I think he's surprised that he went down.
50-yard run by Bennett Jensen. There's that play up the middle, Denny.
I knew that would come eventually.
He's kind of tired. They're going to let the clock run out. End of the first quarter, give Ben a little rest. So we'll have a 1-minute timeout in regards to switching the sides of the field.
Well, you can't complain about this first quarter if you're a Luck Cardinal fan.
Cardinals are running on all full cylinders tonight. So having that, there's the end of the first quarter. The Luck Cardinals are up 28-0. And you can kind of tell by some of the demeanor of some of the Shell Lake players, their heads are starting to hang low already. Just, having such a good thing, driving it down the field, good passes, and then something like that happens, and it does.
Well, as I look out at the people, I can't thank Marty Messer enough for being sick.
Yeah, Marty, I'm sure he loves to hear that. I know Marty would want to be here, but, if he can't be, I'm glad you are.
Well, like I say, I look at all the people in blankets down there and hats. And
that's where you would be if Marty wasn't sick.
That's exactly right. That's what I mean.
Yep, and Luck has got a really good, nice crowd, large crowd here tonight.
That's my wife in the 13 blankets down there.
Well, sure, but I thought she was going to sit in the truck and look it on the computer.
Well, that's what they were going to do. Well, maybe they couldn't get on.
Well, maybe. Well, yeah, now they can. So anyways, how we got here, the 28, Levi Jensen to the 42-yard touchdown with 10:55 to go in the second quarter. Bennett Jensen, 2-point conversion was good. Then Levi struck again at the 9:21 mark of the first quarter, a 33-yard touchdown. The 2-point conversion was no good. We got a block punt. It was recovered by Dawson Van Meter, and 6 seconds later, Wyatt Jensen took it in from 9 yards. Bennett Jensen with the 2-point conversion, and the last touchdown was by Levi with the 11-yard touchdown. The 2-point conversion no good, and the Cardinals are driving again. Start the second quarter. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hunter Sellant on the end around. Undersell it. End around. Good blocking all the way down to the 18-yard line.
Look at how Wyatt Jensen or Levi got out in front of him.
Good play. Good play call by Coach Dunlap.
Hunter selling good solid run.
End around. So Cardinals got a first down at the 19-yard line.
I couldn't pick up anybody that time, Al.
Oh, it's who it looks like. It looks like Wyatt Jensen. Yep. Gain of about 3 on that. We'll give him 3. Well, 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
How many years have you ran this offense?
Since we started 8-man. Actually, I started it with the JV level 9 years ago. It's because we knew what was coming the following year because we were still 11-man. We did run it one game against Turtle Lake. Of course, they had scouted us out tremendously. Well, I'll wait till after this play and explain the rest. So Cardinals, they got second down. Pulled by Dawson Van Meter. Bennett Jensen up the middle, down to the 6-yard line. Anyways, we ran it with 11-man against Turtle Lake And, of course, Turtle Lake had prepared for what they'd seen us do all year long.
Right.
And we threw that out there, and it was amazing what happened. They had absolutely no idea what was going on, and we just throttled them with this offense. And that was with 11-man. So then the following year, of course, that's when we went 8-man, which had been 2012.
So you've had more than one quarterback run this offense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll have first and goal for the Cardinals at the 5-yard line. Levi Jensen up the middle. Ooh, cut back, good
Oh,
tackle.
nice, solid. One high,
Nice
one
tackle.
low.
Yep. Good solid tackle. I think like, 68 possibly? I don't even see 68 on here. 65. I don't
Maybe
see
a 66.
Okay, 66. I don't see a 65 either. Yeah, Blake Flack, Jr., 5'11", 191.
That does look like a 68, though.
I know. There's not one on the. So we'll have second down for the Cardinals at the 5-yard line and goal. Bennett Jensen around right side. Dawson Van Meter. Bennett Jensen, touchdown.
Picked his hole.
5 yards.
Small little hurdle.
And it's getting to be a runaway, folks.
Well, if they make the extra point here, you start the second half if Shell Lake doesn't score with running clock. And Al, I saw something I'd never seen before. It's when St. Croix played Cameron, they started the second quarter, or the middle of second quarter, with running clock.
They can do that at the
both teams agree.
Yep, discretion of the coaches, yes. So Bennett Jensen back with the 2-point conversion attempt. He's going up the middle. He's going to be short.
Well, there goes the running clock idea.
Well, there's a lot of time yet. We might score again. I don't know. So Cardinals came to play tonight. And Shell Lake, I say, is a good team, but we are just all cylinders going right now.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, and I know I probably shouldn't say this, but if Luck kids don't win the gold ball, to them the season's not going to be a success.
And unfortunately, it will be that way, and it shouldn't be. But
right.
After being so close last year, leading for all but 2 minutes of the game last year, one of our star players got injured, and it made all the world of difference. And not taking it away from Sevastopol, they were a fantastic team. But that silver ball has been sitting in our locker room in front of our players, where we watch film, where we do everything that we do inside. And just a reminder, they want the gold, and they've come to it. They've been doing this for 365 days, 24/7 weightlifting.
And I don't want to make Luck sound like poor sports or anything, but they'd like to leave that silver ball right in the middle if they win that this year.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
I mean, that's just, and I see nothing wrong with that as far as a coach. I mean, you know what you got.
It's a goal. It's a goal.
When you hear officials saying that this is the best 8-man team they've ever seen, after how many years it's been in, that's quite a compliment, and that's saying a lot.
So Gage Johansson preparing to kick off one more time from the 40-yard line, since it's a 100-yard field.
In the reasoning for the squib kick?
Well, Gage can usually kick deep. We wanted to wait for the wind.
Okay.
Because he was kicking against the wind in the first half. Okay, got it down to about the 7 or 8. You got a little seam. Oh, Wyatt Jensen. Oh, there's an offensive face mask.
Boy, no kidding.
The referee didn't throw his flag. I saw that from up here. Grabbed him right by the face mask.
And he was looking right at him.
Yep, he was. Unless he was looking down at the ground to see where he went out.
Boy.
Yep.
Poor Fredericks.
He missed that one there.
Yes, he did. Fredericks. Nice job not complaining, but when a kid comes up and has to adjust their helmet the way he did.
Yeah. Well, so Shell Lake will start at 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
He's talking about it now. He's telling Reynolds how he grabbed his mask.
Yeah, he did too. I mean, it was so evident. And I'm sure Coach Dunlap is letting him know. So it looks like it will have split right, tight left, split backfield.
And you don't complain about not being you complain about the injury factor.
Number 7 still playing. Oh, sacked again.
Oh.
Nobody open. That was a defensive sack
Yes.
based on the cornerbacks and the safeties.
And that's Sellent and Reynolds, I believe. And
Yep, Dominic Caroon and Riley Reynolds again on the sack.
oh, yeah, Caroon.
Great coverage. He had absolutely nobody to throw it to. Everybody was in the hip pocket.
Well, I tell you, this is a different. I watched your the game at home. I want to say New Auburn, And the pass coverage was not as good as what it is right now.
No,
This is the best pass coverage I've seen.
It has improved over the last few weeks, and we knew that's a spot that we were kind of weak in, but lately it's been pretty good.
And even Mellon, the first game of the year, I mean, it was like, oh boy, you got work to do
Yeah,
there.
we knew that.
And
Of course, that was the most points Mellon scored all year, I think. But we're going to have a timeout on the field. Looks like it's timeout by Shell Lake. Number 7 is hurting pretty good. He's having a
yeah,
tough
boy,
night.
he is.
He is having a tough night.
Even when the Caroon and Reynolds helped him up,
Yep.
it took both of them to get him up.
Yep, he's hurting.
I thought maybe the cold weather would kind of, shrink the ankle and keep like an ice pack. But but you know how that goes. You flick the a shoulder pad and your fingers throbbing,
So they lost about 8 yards on that sack by Dominic Caroon and Riley Reynolds, which are two ends that have been pretty much dominating all year. We'll have 2nd and 17.
Well, what I've seen from last year to this year is the consistency of the kids.
Well,
They're not just having one good half; they're having a good game.
And we've talked about that too. There's times when to ride the ebbs and flows of the game, because there's times when maybe you might not have a good player, you missed your block and things like that, but to just get through it, because that's football. But this year, over last year's team, we have a lot more athletes all over the field. Mm-hmm. Last year we had good athletes, 3, 4, 5 of them. This year, I don't care what position you're at. Every one of these guys deserves to be in all conference.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll have 2nd down, 17 to go from the 28. Back to pass again. He's very immobile. Inside, 81. Number 6, Gage Johansson.
Just a couple yards.
Levi Jensen and Gavin Fredericks on that tackle. Gain of about 3. So we'll have 3rd and looks like about 14 we'll give him from the 31.5-yard line. I love this field. It's so easy to see yard lines and where you're at. I love it when I do stats.
Oh, my
perfect.
goodness.
I watched a game there that Belmont played last week, and there was snowbanks all over the whole, around the full
No
field.
kidding.
You couldn't hardly see the white lines. The whole field was covered with snow. It had to been miserable to play in. So we got wide left, wide right. Be a pass.
Only a two-man rush.
Hunter Sellant. Bennett. Oh!
And he caught it.
He caught it.
He's in bounds.
Yep, he's in bounds. Bennett Jensen went for the steal. He bobbled it, went up in the air, and came back down his hands, and he fell out of bounds.
Well, that's 3 great catches now by Shell Lake on deep passes.
Yep, and that quarterback's putting them right where they need to be.
And he has no picks.
No, that was close. That was close.
Wow, that's 3 tremendous catches by the receivers of Shell Lake.
Coverage was all right there.
It is. 3 of them.
Just fantastic catches by great athletes. So we'll have split right, slot left, split backfield, tight end left side. Got jet motion going left to right, going deep. Going to be a pitch. He's going to throw. He's going to throw.
He's got him.
Oh, and nice
Another
catch again.
nice catch.
Wow.
Are
These
you
receivers are amazing.
These guys? Are you kidding me?
And Wyatt Jensen couldn't play it any better.
Well, other than the receiver,
Oh, nice
another
catch.
nice
That's the only
catch.
catch.
Otherwise, he was inside
Wow.
position and everything.
These Right over the receivers top are of Wyatt.
And these guys,
Got it.
Are you kidding? Well, that's why they've only got 1 loss, Al.
That's right. Connor Hochstetler came in for Fredericks at the nose. 7:23 to go. Cardinals are up 34-0. We have Deuce left, tight right, split backfield. Number 2 and 21 on the outside. Covered by Wyatt Jensen and Hunter Sellant, and they're going to look for him. They're looking for him. He's open.
Him.
He's got it. Touchdown. He got it. Nope.
Oh, I thought he
gave it
dropped
to him.
This guy over
Wait,
here
no.
waved it off.
Yep. What?
This guy over here
That
said
ball,
it's incomplete.
Yeah, that ball fell on the floor, on the ground. No good. No good. Okay, there we go.
Good job by the
Good job by the
officials.
officials to reverse that call. Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I seen him saying incomplete, and the guy in the back, judge, raised his hand for a touchdown. But they got it right, and that's what makes a good crew.
Yep, it does. A little conversation between the two, and they overruled that.
Yep. Well, he just flat out said, I saw it.
Yep.
Hit the ground.
So we got split left, slot right. There it is. Intercepted!
That one's
Gage
good.
Johansson. Intercepted in the end zone for a touchback out to the 20. Gage Johansson. I believe that's number 8 for the year. His first year of football, amazingly enough. Intercepted!
Well, you know, it's amazing,
Gage
you know,
Johansson.
He's the only one that
Intercepted
really
in the end
matches
zone
up
for a
well with those
touchback
big
out to the
receivers, and
20.
he just went up with them.
Well, it's like going for a rebound, which he does very well.
Well, we talked about the 1-2 punch in the conference this year, and they're proving us right tonight.
So Cardinals will take over on that interception. Oh, Shell Lake has just got to be hurting. They've been down there close 3 times and came away with
And
nothing.
you know, Al, that wasn't even a bad pass.
Oh, it was a nice pass, but just Gage played it well.
Went right up with him.
So 1st and 10 at the 20. Cardinals still don't have a penalty yet. There's Levi. Still going out to the 50.
Whipped him down pretty good.
Frustration, a little bit of frustration going
Yeah,
there.
and there's a case where you can't put unnecessary roughness because you really can't tell the lines if you're playing. You know,
Right, yeah.
You just got to make that tackle.
Yeah, and that was a good no call.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Cardinals got a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Moving with ease. Maybe we can still get another touchdown here to get the running score.
Shell Lake does receive the second half kickoff.
Oh, fumble. High snap. Shell Lake recovered, looks like. Yep, Shell Lake recovered. It was a high snap, went out of Bennett Jensen's hands. Luck will turn it over on the turnover.
And you know, you can't blame them. Al, it's cold out there.
It's cold.
And that ball's got to be like trying to catch an ice cube.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner myself.
Yeah. Got really no, maybe one fumble, one interception for Shell Lake, and now one fumble here for Luck. But that's like playing with an ice cube tonight.
Yep. And actually, Shell Lake had a fumble earlier down there after the caught pass. But
that long one. But
yep. So Shell Lake, 1st and 10 at the 39.
And we also saw him having a hard time with that squib kick the first quarter.
Number 21 up the middle. Slowed up a little bit by Dominic Caroon and met by a whole host of Cardinals.
Nice job letting up with the whistle by Ronalds, Fredericks, and Jensen.
Gain of 4 on that. 2nd and 6 from the 35. Got a split left, slot right, split backfield. The pass again. Dominic Kroon or Riley. Oh, ooh, boy, what happened there?
No,
That's the most somebody's been open all night.
I think Gage thought it was going to be a fly, and
Yep,
that guy just stopped. Gage kept going, but
No, they could take what they can give us.
yeah, and it was a good timing pattern, good execution by Shell Lake, and again, we look at the scoreboard. It's 30. They only lost one game, and that was to Luck. So they're good football team.
So we'll have 1st down and 10 we'll give them the 20-yard line. Split left, slot right, split backfield. Big rush up the middle, number 23. Got stopped. Dominic Caroon going nowhere. And Dawson Van Meter to clean up after the fact.
And just to prove their strength, Al, is they're throwing them backwards. They're bending them backwards on tackles. They're not just putting them down on the ground. They're getting them to go backwards on the tackle.
We had no gain on that play, so we'll have 2nd and 10 from the 20. With 5:10 to go in county in the second quarter. Cardinals up 34-0. Looks like we've got quadruples left, but the 2 inside guys, all 3 inside guys are neither one of those guys. Oh, come on. None of those guys there were, because number 2 was back there. Oh, it's just about
good
escaped
effort. Good effort here by the quarterback. No, that can't be the quarterback. He can't.
No,
run
that's
that
number
good.
2. Number 2 came in Tyler Green, senior, 6 foot, 162.
Yeah, that was a well executed, more or less trick play.
Yeah, well, they got 4 guys out on the left, and the 3 inside guys aren't even eligible. I'm sure they'll make a few adjustments. That's a formation we haven't seen before in scouting and such forth, so we'll make the adjustments on that if they come out again in the second half. Here it comes again. Got 4 guys back there. And I don't know why we got 3 guys there, because we don't need 3 guys there. Those three inside guys are not eligible. Good play. Oh! Ooh.
Oh,
Just about caught again after Hunter Sellen tipped it in the air.
how many interceptions did Hunter Selland end up with?
Well, he's only got 5. He got 5 like in the first 2 games.
Well, he had 3 the first game.
I know. He's had 5 in the first 2 games, and he's had about 8 that have been right there.
Yeah, well, that one could have been.
Yep. Actually, that's been kind of a thing going around. How Gage has snuck up and passed him now. So, yeah, we thought the way he was going,
Oh, my gosh,
he's going to
he's
have
in the-
15.
yeah.
You know? So we'll have 2nd and 8 from the 8-yard line. So 2nd goal, excuse me. Single left, slot right, split backfield, number 23, Dominic Caroon.
wow.
Oh, quarterback, good play. Good play.
Good play by Dominic, but he didn't have the ball.
That faked me out, too. I was watching. I'm thinking Dominic had him in right to rights and touchdown.
I think Dominic almost started celebrating.
Yep, number 21, Jordan Aronson, I believe, was the
Yeah.
Shell Lake man that got that.
He's
So
a solid
Shell Lake-
athlete,
Yep, Shell Lake is on the board.
and they're going to kick the ice cube.
Oh,
We're lined up off sides. Luck is lined up off sides.
we'll have the distance to the goal.
Yeah, the guy forgot to throw his flag.
Yeah, there he a little nonchalant
You
toss.
know, it's a state qualifying
Yep,
game.
that's-
You don't
yeah.
want to cut corners,
Well,
ref.
that's an encroachment there.
You lose you're going to lose a ranking on that if you don't throw a flag.
That guy against Frederick, he could throw that flag 30 yards in the air. That was amazing. Okay, now it looks like they're going to run it in because it get moved up a yard and a half. So the 2-point conversion attempt will be for the 1.5-yard line.
And again,
First penalty of the Cardinals. 4 minutes to go in the first half.
it's gotta be an extra
that is
point.
That is a record.
yeah,
I'm
and
sorry,
a
that is-
kicking extra point.
Yeah. I know we had the block on. I know that, but now we're going to have to play inside shade Gage and same with Hunter because we're probably going to look at a slant pass here.
Yeah, just take the inside away.
Yep. Number 7 coming hard. Oh, where'd he come from? Wide open.
Well, that's how it looked against Mellon.
Yep.
Sometimes you just go with the gut feeling and your gut's wrong. And
It's a good positive for Shell Lake Lakers.
it is, especially when they get the opening kickoff. Let's see what Luck does now. They got plenty of time.
Yeah, that all started with a fumble by Wyatt Jensen on a high snap. Cold hands. Football's hard as a rock.
Well, that's why I kind of wanted to see the kick. I wanted to see if he could kick the ice cube.
Yeah. Marty says, how are we doing? It's killing me. I can't be there. Must not be able to watch it either.
Well, maybe he started out. Tell him it's on now.
Yeah, that's at 7:35, so.
Tell him thanks again.
I'm not going to text all that.
Well, he's not going to know that I was ripping on him.
Landing to deep, kicking off for the Lakers.
So Lakers will have a kickoff, something they started in the first period. At the start of the game, they haven't kicked off yet. Since then, after their score, they'll.
Has Hunter Sellant always been back on kickoffs?
Hunter Sellant is right in the front line.
Who am I looking at? 30.
That's
Bletchinger.
Bletchinger. No, he hasn't, but we figured they're probably going to squib, so we got Levi and Wyatt moved
Okay.
up from scouting report. Got a hands team in. Got Bletchinger back.
Well, why not? They're going to return it that as far as they can onside it.
Kicking it deep. That's kind of amazing.
Huh?
Bletch picks it up at the 10-yard line. Got good front blockers up the middle. Oop. Hang on to the football. He usually does. Oh, there's a flag.
Looked like a face mask.
Yep, that'll be another 15 yards probably. Ran it out to the 28-yard line.
Well, the guy threw the flag this time.
Yep. Well, we'll see what the officials call.
Well, they're going to call it on Luck.
Yep. Blocking it back against the Cardinals, so it'll be a 10-yard penalty.
Never saw that before. Both of them tried to call the play. That's the ref's job, sir. White hat. It's not who throws the flag. It's
And very unnecessary considering where everything was happening right there.
well, he pointed. It was about 5 yards away.
Oh, okay. That's from the spot of the foul, so we'll see where the ball ends up. Well, it had to been at the 30-yard line because they're starting it at the 20. So Cardinals will start at the 20-yard line.
Well, let's see if the Cardinals can do something here before halftime, and I think they kind of need to if they don't want Shell Lake to get back in the game.
Yep, they got a little taste of it now, but we'll see what happens if they can stop us. High snap. Oh, good block. Oh, good double block. Dawson Van Meter. Good job. Levi Jensen still drug him 8 yards. Down to the 45. 25-yard gain by Levi.
I think he stepped out of bounds earlier, and I think the ref wasn't on the sideline.
That's okay. Well, it looks like out to the 46. So a 26-yard gain by Levi. 3:58 and counting. Cardinals still have all 3 of their timeouts left.
Plenty of, basically, Al, they need, 6 seconds to score is all.
Well, and last weekend against Northwood, Levi ran a big 74-yard touchdown pretty much to end the half. Well, they're going to stuff Levi in that one. He's still going to gain maybe 1. Yeah, they gave him 1, so it's 2nd and 9 from the 47-yard line.
When you look out there right now, you can tell that per man, Luck is, 10, 15 pounds bigger per man.
And there's not a lot of cellulite out there.
No, there is not.
Well, these are all
on either team.
These are all athletic bodies. Quick pass to Levi. Oh, they saw that. Shell Lake read that one, but Levi's still going to still going to get a first down.
Who took the harder hit that time? I believe 21 took the harder hit.
He got a first down at the 43-yard line.
Jordan Aronson, boy, he's a nice football player.
Yes, he sure is. He's a senior with plenty of got plenty of experience being a senior. He's at 5'11", 170, but he hit Levi head on.
And Levi kept going straight. He's a good football player, but I think he's feeling that one.
How can you not? Yep. So we'll have 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, the 43, trying to punch it in toward the end of the first half here.
And I think they're trying to take a little time doing it.
Yep, they still got 3 timeouts. Bennett Jensen up the middle. Oh, nice cut, Bennett, up to the 30.
Very nice play by Bennett.
First down for the Cardinals. They'll probably call a timeout now. We've got 3 left, but still got some time.
No, I think let her go down. They don't want them to have any time because, their long passes have been fairly successful. 4 great catches.
Yep. Those officials aren't waiting for the sticks to get there either. Keep that clock running. Oh, fumble again. Oh,
still
geez.
Out. Still out. That thing did slide like an ice cube on the counter.
Yep. Luck recovered. You should call a timeout now. We got 3. Let's use one.
Yeah. Now you might. Yeah.
Refocus. Yep. There's the timeout. Oh. Oh, they're discussing something. Maybe they're discussing who recovered a fumble.
Can you please put on the clock? It's red ball. They recovered the fumble.
Almost sounded like Joe Wells talking.
Oh, yeah, it is still Cardinals ball. Another fumble by the Cardinals. Fortunately, they recovered it.
Well, that thing just slid just like an ice cube on the counter.
It was just slipping all over the place. A sense of urgency. There we go. 2:13 on the clock. Levi, kick out block. Dawson Van Meter. He's going to be tough to bring down. He's out of bounds at the 10.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I'd use that sideline as much as possible.
Of course, there's that rule, that forward momentum. Even if you get tackled out of bounds, they keep that clock running.
I didn't know that rule.
Oh, yeah, that was a couple of years ago. I learned that when I was officiating a game. So Cardinals, Levi stepped out at the 15, so we got 2 minutes and 1 second left to go. Cardinals 1st and 10 at the 15.
Smart play by Levi to get out of bounds so that they didn't use a timeout, but you can't bank them anyway, so.
Nope. Bennett Jensen, he's in. Bennett Jensen's in. 15-yard touchdown, Bennett Jensen.
That's just an escort.
Yep, it was. 3 guys, and that one guy back there, there's nothing he could do about it.
I mean, a lot of Luck's touchdowns, I don't know if they'd have been down in touch football. The seal blocks have been fantastic by Luck's ends.
Yep, good pull. 40-8. Cardinals with a 2-point conversion attempt.
We got to get one of these in here now.
Ooh, that looked like a little earlier. There's Wyatt Jensen. He was going to score. Wyatt Jensen for 2-point conversion.
42-8 now, so it's a 34-point lead once again.
Yep. No running clock.
Well, it's still, you know, the way they score in 8-man, 155 is a lot.
Yes, it is.
Pick 6 is, you know, still on my agenda.
Well, you know, Shell Lake is not going to give up. They came here
Oh,
to play ball.
absolutely.
They got a fantastic quarterback. The receivers are just crazy good on catching in balls.
Well, they just got a good program there. They've had a great athletic director for 67 years.
Well, and Shell Lake has only been in the 8-man conference for 2 years, and their overall record is 17-5 for 77.3% winning ratio. So they are a good ball club.
3 of them have been to Luck, probably.
Yep. Yep. Well, this one's not over, but, you know, one this year and one last year.
They didn't face each other in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, I'm going to take a check here. I think last year Luck beat Shell Lake 48-32. So it was a very close game.
Yeah.
Luck got here on level 1 by defeating Frederick 66-20. Level 2, Luck defeated Northwood last Friday night 48-14. Shell Lake beat Bruce in the first level 39-6, and they walked all over Florence last Friday night at 39-6, which brought them together. 42-8, 155 to go in the first half.
I was looking at some of the travel that teams had to do.
Oh, yeah.
None farther than Pulaski to Superior. Oh, my goodness.
Where's Pulaski?
By Green Bay.
Oh, boy. Of course, Florence coming all the way over to Shell
Yeah,
Lake. That's a haul, too.
That's what I mean. You would think there's a few teams that they would pass by. They could have played, but
Yeah, Gage Johansson to kick off again for the Cardinals from the 40. Kicking it deep, a little underneath. And move his plant foot up back a little bit. Received about the 12. Good containment in the middle. Number 2.
they've had some nice
Yep,
returns.
they have out to the 42-yard line. Tyler Green, 6 foot, 162-pound senior for the Lakers.
Tyler Green with the kick return. Tackled by Gage Johansson. And Hunter Sullivan.
So with 146 to go. The 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. I expect they're going to probably throw this thing all over the place. They've got to go deep.
Well, that's why I think there is going to be a pick 6 before the end of the game.
It could very well happen. So we got Deuce right, tight left, split backfield. Bennett Jensen and Hunter Sellant guard him. He's going deep.
Good
Sacked
job.
again.
Wow.
Dominic Caroon just dominating inside tonight.
On this quarterback again.
He is just getting beat up.
Oh, that kid's going to be sitting in a hot tub for a week.
Dominic Caroon has just really stepped up to the plate tonight. I mean, he's been a fantastic end for us all year, and tonight he's just really bringing it.
He looked like Khalil Mack on that one. He just pushed his man right into him.
Yep, nobody has any idea what they can do to try to stop Dominic.
My, oh my.
So we lost 6 on that play, so we'll have actually 7. So we'll have 2nd and 17 from the 34-yard line. Got split right, slot left. Split back. Oh, fumble! High snap.
Oh,
34.
it
That's
bounced
holding.
right
That's
to him.
holding. That's holding, but tackled back for another loss by number 5, Levi Jensen coming in, and
We'll
Riley
decline-
Reynolds.
We'll decline the hold.
Yep. No, they didn't even throw the flag.
Well, it still could be a penalty. That guy didn't
Well,
throw his flag on the offside.
True. You bring it. You can bring it down like that, but you can't lay on top of him. So we lost some more yardage there. So we've got 3rd down and a mile.
Oh, man. Look at what
About
they
22-yard lines.
So
10,
27.
27. Yep. 3rd and 27. I think they're going to throw it deep. That'd be my guess. 22 seconds to go. One play. Maybe they'll just hand it off and be done with it. Oh, there's that fake play again. Number 21. Good. Oh, good block. Good block and Levi. That's not going to. Still only got 5 yards out of it.
got. Yeah, it looked like it was wide open there when he was in the middle. But
That will end the first half. Luck Cardinals 42. Shell Lake Lakers 8.
well, if you're a Luck Cardinal fan, you just can't ask for a better half, really.
No, you can't.
I mean, you're going to have mistakes.
2 fumbles. That's it. But I mean, it's
With the cold weather, it's like you say, it's like hanging on to a slippery pig right now.
yep. You can't ask for more than what we've been able to do out there. We only had 2 penalties.
And, you know, you look at Luck sprint to their end zone, and you look at Shell Lake very sauntering, very slowly.
Yep, you can see it. You know,
Physically, they took a beating as well.
yep, and all their heads are down. You know, it's 42-8.
They're not used to this.
No,
no,
they are not, and it's going to be tough to even think about coming back.
And I think for all players, including Luck, coming out of that warm locker room after working up a sweat and coming out, that's going to be the toughest part. Is to get warmed
That's the
up.
thing, Cardinals, and I've noticed that with every other team that we face. All the other teams, they all do their warm-ups outside. We always do them inside.
Oh, do you?
We've always done them inside. Yep, we warm up in the gym.
Well, I
do all our
suppose
stuff.
your muscles are better stretched when it's warm.
Yep. So we do all that, and then we come out, we do our punting or kicking, some of our drills we do pregame, but
That makes a lot of sense.
so the Cardinals, big lead here in the first half, 42-8. Looks pretty promising to hopefully play next Saturday. And depending upon who wins the Wausau-Newman and Belmont game, if Belmont wins, then we will be playing over in EC Everest, which is in Schofield, Wisconsin, eastern suburb of Wausau. If Wausau-Newman wins, we will be playing at Chi High School in Chippewa Falls.
And both of them have artificial turf. So.
Yes, they do. Yep. And Luck just seems this artificial turf. Luck just seems even faster.
When the fan works, it's not too bad. But
You looking for heat, Dennis?
yeah,
We're up in a booth. Yeah, it's still chilly up here, but it's not too bad.
no, it's not bad at all.
Could be worse. We could be out there in the field.
Oh, I was out there enough this year.
Yeah, you had a lot of places to go.
Oh,
That you were
man.
outside, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and one of the coldest falls of ever.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's ice on the lake. I have never seen the ice on the lake
Yes.
before deer hunting season started. I have ice fished the second Sunday of deer hunting. I have done that a couple times, but never
Is there enough to ice fish right now?
probably not. But some guys are kind of crazy.
Yeah. They'll take a boat out there and then drill on the
Oh,
side.
yeah. I used to live on Atlas Lake. I saw some guys out there one time, one leg in the canoe and one leg off the canoe, pulling the canoe across the ice. I said, for a fish? I've known guys that, drive out the lake with their doors open, the windows down. Not me. Nope.
Nope.
But if this weather continues, which it sounds like it's
Oh,
going
man.
to, there's no problem ice fishing next week.
No, that's for sure. Yeah, because a lot of the old historians say that the ice is here to stay. What's on the lake now, it's not going to melt.
Yeah.
Well, it's making ice right now as we speak.
Well, sure it is. Yeah. Unfortunately, I got a nice deer stand with a heater, and once I started getting older, I said, that's enough. I can't sit out there in that cold anymore.
No. I've always been a freeze bug, though, so. Heck, me and Marty do baseball games, and I've got coats on.
Well, let's see here.
Can you get a...
Oh, Marty, let's go Luck. He really wishes he was here, and Dennis is glad he's not, because
That's
Dennis
right.
can sit in the booth.
Sorry about that, Marty.
I'll text Marty back again, let him know 42-8 at half.
And then tell him to get us an update on Belmont and Wausau.
Yeah. Jay Messer usually does all that stuff. So, Jay, if you happen to be listening and watching, see if you can figure that out for us and let us know what's going on at halftime of that game.
Well, you know what, Al, a few years ago when I went to Luck's first 8-man season, wasn't many people in the crowd.
Nope.
They did not want to accept it at first.
Oh, no, there was a few, but
And now you look at the stands, and it's about as good as,
no, yeah, you can't ask for more than this. This is amazing.
you know.
They got a good following, and, of course, success breeds success. And
And you got to admit that the We Are does hurt attendance,
it does.
but
Yep. But it also gives an opportunity, for example, Levi Jensen, Wyatt Jensen's grandma and grandpa from over Minnesota
right.
get to watch all their games where normally they probably wouldn't be able to.
Arizona,
so that aspect is fantastic.
Texas, Mexico. I mean, we just had them from all over. We had one from Maine here a couple weeks ago.
Well, my brother Brian from Boston area, he watches all the time.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So yeah, it's got pros and cons, and of course,
absolutely.
there's a lot of coaches that don't like it because of the fact of
They can.
they can scout. Well, okay, go ahead and scout us.
I tell you what. Like you say, you scout. What are you going to do?
Yeah,
You're going to tackle Levi because you know where he's going to go, or you know, I mean, it's just. Are you going to run away from the defense?
well, the hardest thing is too is with our offense, you can't simulate that in practice.
Right.
But your second team, your scout team, that tries to run against the varsity defense, they cannot simulate it like we do it. So it's, you know.
Well, I think even if you sit them down in practice and show them that, it takes a while to figure that out.
It does. It does. It's all in timing. And it's all precision.
I mean, no, you're one of the inventors of it, and you still get
Well,
confused at who gets the ball.
I'm definitely not an inventor.
Well, you know, you're kind of the
I was
installator.
there at the original. Yes.
and you still, you know, get confused at who's got the ball. And
Yeah, it's hard. And,
So-
I've sat back at that linebacker position in practice, and when they all mesh perfectly together, you can't tell.
so what do? I mean, do you just like try to pick out one guy?
Well, you try to have your keys, read your keys, and then sometimes, you know, you read a pulling guard, well, then all of a sudden we'll run the same play without a pulling guard.
Right.
So, I mean, there's so many different options and variables that we can do, and you still, yeah, you're going to get lucky times. There's times, you know, Bennett
Right.
Jensen gets nailed, or Levi here for a series, or got nailed, and all of a sudden, boom, all of a sudden Wyatt pops one because yeah.
I mean, the very first time I saw it, I couldn't figure it out to save my life. I mean, I just thought, what are they doing? And many times I've been to practices or a game, and Bennett's over there by himself working on the steps.
Oh, yeah, we still do it today. We
You
do
know,
it
so I mean,
every
that's-
day, all year long, we practice this, you know, practice the spin, get for timing, and everything gets worked out. And I couldn't tell you how many times Bennett Jensen has spun in the circle this year, just this year, let alone last year. I mean,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Well, that's why one of my questions was, can a quarterback step in and learn that quickly, or?
It takes a while. It takes a while. Wyatt, he's all set to go. If something happens to Bennett, you know, we do that just to be smart because, hey, and we've got people ready to go for anybody that goes down.
Yeah.
And actually, we've implemented in practice here over the last 3 or 4 weeks where we'll do a setup where all of a sudden Coach Humpel will call out, okay, so-and-so is down, next guy's out in the field that quick. He knows if this person's down, I'm going in, here's my job. So we're set to go in case somebody goes down.
So Wyatt will be the man next year?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but he is for now. It's for this year.
Who was the JV quarterback this year?
Connor Sabota.
Okay. Is that Spud's kid or
Who's Spud?
Jim?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is that Colin's brother?
Yes.
It is.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of an age difference, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit. Yep. But, you know, who knows? Next year comes and we got a whole different, you know, we're going to lose 7 or 8 guys this year, or like 9 guys this year. All fantastic athletes, and we're going to miss them. But you know what? That's when
Next
you know,
man up.
next man up.
You know,
Sophomores step up, and actually we've seen a couple of sophomores lately here with Nate Scow and Connor Hochstetler. You know, you feed them a little nugget, all of a sudden they just everything changes.
And now they're going to work hard because they want this position next year.
Oh, you bet they do. And like Nate Scow, we've implemented him this week over the last couple of weeks to, okay, if this person's going down, you're going in and stuff. And it's amazing what's happening in practice.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's hard for these, the twos is what we call them. It's
Right.
hard for them to sit there and get beat up every night, you know, and we don't do a lot of contact, but, go against, the best team in the state all year long. You had 6 or 7, or 8 or 9 guys back there, all conference. And it's hard for them to do that.
Yeah.
So, you got to give credit to those kids because they, Coach Wells and the twos, they run all these scout offenses, for their defense to look at. They'll run the scout defenses, for the offense to go against. We got 6 minutes to go here in halftime besides the 3-minute extension. Now, I don't know if I can safely say this yet, but if your Cardinals at the end of the third quarter, if it looks like we're going to win, I'm going to leave this whole thing all the way Dennis Anderson. So I'm going to go down to the sidelines and take some pictures so I can get those on the We Are Luck Network.
Yep.
And next week, should we go? Of course, there will be no We Are Luck. It's all set up by the WIA. We are unable to do that. We learned that last year. So you're going to have to come to the game and watch.
Now, I got in trouble last year at State Wrestling.
Did you? Because you were filming?
I filmed the whole thing.
Really?
And when I told Bob, he about flipped. He said, "You what?" I said, "Nobody told us not to." he had to call the WIA and admit and then apologize.
Turn yourself in like a
Yep.
like a big Division I thing, huh?
But I'll tell you wouldn't believe how many people said thanks for breaking the law.
Well, it's a WIA law. It's not a law, but it is a copyright thing.
Yeah, and so yeah, he I guess he's somewhat friends with Todd Clark or somebody, so he bailed us out. But I said, well, you think somebody would have said something? You know, we're on this table, we're filming away and talking. Me and my daughter Ashley did the whole tournament.
And nobody
The
said a thing.
Nobody said one word.
Maybe they thought you were somebody high up and
Well-
doing it for VIP Sports or something.
Well, you know, and there was people on the side of us, you know, doing radio and stuff. Never said like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that.
But you know, I've always said if you look like you belong, nobody's going to question you.
No, I'll tell you.
That's what you did. You look like you belong.
Yeah, boy, when I told Bob, he was not a happy camper. He goes, you what? He goes, you're kidding, right? And I go, no, we filmed the whole thing. God, it's good to see you, Jim Campbell. I wouldn't be in this warm booth if Marty Messer wouldn't have got sick. So I'm hoping he's, you know, I'm sorry, but thanks for being sick.
Good. Well, how are you? Good to be here. You and I spent some time. Where were we? All right, I was filming alongside of you when Shelley played Siren last year.
Okay.
I think that's where I was, up at Siren. Yeah. He let me be alongside him and scout. That was nice of him.
Well, him and I were at an AD meeting one time, and we sat at the table to eat together, and we're both eating and drinking water. Well, when we got to the end, there was one water gone and one water full. So we drank the same water.
Oh, nice. Hey, you know what? ADs stick together. What the heck?
So I still get a chuckle out of that. That was Jim Campbell.
AD from Shell Lake, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, and how many years, AD? 42
42 years. That's phenomenal. Fantastic.
Isn't that something?
42-year AD at Shell Lake High School. He's only
Yeah.
55, so he started young.
13. He left Superior just as I came.
No, but last year I came up to watch the Siren Shell Lake game because I thought it was going to be a fantastic game and such forth. And it was horrible to film and everything. It was cold, and he invited me up there right alongside of him, even though I was scouting his team and stuff. But that's just open and nice. Yep.
Oh, there's not a nicer guy than Jim Campbell. Well, last week when I was up in Northwestern, I turned around and who's watching the game over my and I'm watching the Luck game on my phone.
Sure.
And announcing the Northwestern game, and I look, there's Kevin Renberg standing in the booth.
Oh,
And I
Who's
said, "What are
that?"
You know the guy from Siren.
oh, sure.
And I said, you know,
Okay, yep.
what are you doing up here?
Staying warm.
Was he a Siren graduate or Northwestern? Or-
I don't know.
He was in the booth the whole time. They interviewed him on a radio station. So I just, because I said, well, what are you doing up here? Because I was on air. And he just said, just watching the game.
Yeah, it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
Warmer.
I'm just thinking, boy, if you're an official not officiating, you maybe he was, maybe he's got the Stratford Northwestern game or
Oh, boy,
something.
yeah.
I think he had the St. Croix Elkmount game.
So what do you think in predictions? Are you thinking Northwestern is going to score against Stratford?
I think they're going to score a touchdown, but Stratford will win.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think Northwestern will score. They got some nice running backs, and one of them just looks like a bowling barrel.
But for a team to go this late in the season, level 3 for 11-man also, and not give up a point all
don't-
year long.
I don't care what team or what level. I don't care if it's 7th
No.
grade.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
I never heard of such a thing.
I never have
That
either.
would be like having a World Series and all the away teams win.
Yeah.
That's how rare that would be.
Yeah, right. Not that rare. That happened.
But isn't that amazing?
It
That's
is.
the first time that's ever happened.
And the one close game they had was 6-0, and yeah, it's still they have not allowed a team to score all year.
I cannot even get over that because some of them, like even the playoff game was 53-0 over Spencer Columbus.
Yeah.
You mean the subs are that good, or don't they play the subs?
Well, I'm sure they do.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
would think.
And Edgar, who lost to them 6-0, I believe is number 1 in Division 5 or 6, or actually probably 7.
Probably 7, yeah.
7, yeah. They're number 1 in the state. And both those teams have been battling it out for years. They both have numerous state trophies.
Oh, and the wrestling program for Stratford is just unheard of. But here's my question now. You don't give up a point all year long and you get the number 2 seed.
Well, of course, that's politics for you. That's typical.
I tell you, I heard that town was
Oh, yeah.
Not a happy group of people.
And I also heard the coach says, that's fine. We don't care.
Well,
Yeah.
if you haven't given up a point, we'll just say, we'll meet them
This year.
You know, they might be threes.
We don't have enough guys to have threes.
Well, you know, the twos are getting some action.
Yep. So the Cardinals will kick off to start the second half. They won the toss and decided to receive the ball, which they took it right
Obviously-
down the field and scored.
Good choice. You know, we'll have 3 Lakeland Conference people playing in the big game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cody Ince is getting a lot of playing
This is
time.
fantastic.
And Tuchinel, well, I don't know if Leo's playing yet or not, if they're going to redshirt him now or.
Yeah, I haven't heard because if he's played 4 games, then that's all he gets if they redshirt him. But
Well-
fantastic games tomorrow. You got the Gophers against Penn State.
Boy, I can't wait for that one.
Penn State, I mean, I'm sorry, but
You know,
and Gophers are doing what they're doing, and of course they don't have control of the schedule. But you know what, Penn State,
I just thought it was funny that everybody's mad because the Gophers are only 17. You know, look, they got to
haven't
play
played-
somebody in the top 50.
Exactly.
They haven't played anybody in
Yeah,
the top
exactly.
50.
And
And they
that-
should have lost their first 3 games. Or I shouldn't say should have. Could have very easily.
very easily. Yep.
You know, that tremendous catch and in the back of the end zone on 4th and whatever it was. And
Like I say, and I am a Gopher fan, but you know what? I tell you, it's Penn State. So,
Well-
we'll see what happens. But you got the Badgers and Iowa. Now there's a football game to be watched.
that's right. That's right. Both are 6-2 or 7-2, whatever it is. But I know that the Badgers haven't won in about 8 weeks. You know, with the bye weeks and the 2 losses and another bye week, seems like forever. All right, they're just about ready. 17 seconds. They're running to their respective benches.
Once again, I'd like to, I haven't done it yet tonight, but I'm certainly going to do now. I'm going to thank all our sponsors for advertising across the bottom of your screen. Would not be possible. It's been a fantastic year with the We Are Network. Picked up Osceola now. That's fantastic. And it just seems to be growing and growing. And Bob Rombach, fantastic job for with his new business. He started to do this for everybody.
I'm doing the Grantsburg St. Croix volleyball game. I'm wondering where the heck Bob Rombach is. Finally, I had to ask, hey, where's Bob? It's Grantsburg.
Yeah.
He's in Osceola, doing the Osceola game.
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to get Osceola for a couple of years now, and every time we get a lead, it kind of fizzles out. But
Actually, I talked to quite a bit of Shell Lake people last year, too, when we were over in Shell Lake to say, how good of a thing this is.
well, and Spooner's another one that just
Yep.
cannot believe how fantastic that is.
Got to get them lined up, and it's a process. But thank you again for all your sponsors. Make sure if you see any of those sponsors across the screen that you visit their businesses and thank them for being able to do what we're able to do here for you guys on Friday nights.
Yeah, so if anybody from Osceola, they're just looking for somebody to do it, and they want to do it.
And that's
but
the hardest thing, finding somebody who
right.
wants to stand on a microphone.
there's a commitment to it,
Yep, there is. But it's for a great cause.
especially when you're in the heart of the North.
Gage Johansson kicking off from the 40-yard line. Start the third quarter. Cardinals up 42-8. Squib kick down to the 30. Picked up by number 24. He's got some wheels. Oh, he slipped and fell.
Yeah, that or saw Levi.
Saw Levi coming. Yep, number 24, Samuel Negus, the sophomore, 5'10", 144. He's got
What?
fantastic wheels.
Yeah, and give them a lot of credit that these guys have had good starting field position.
Like I say, I watched number 24 in the JV level. He ran over everybody. I won't say over everybody, around everybody.
Yeah.
He's that fast. He holds the ball up nice and tight. He's going to be a phenomenal player coming up next 2 years. So we got wide split left, slot right, split backfield, tight end on the right side, the handoff to up the middle.
Oh,
Guess
right
who?
into Caroon.
Dominic Caroon. Just been a beast tonight.
And then he helps him up and pats him on the back.
Yep, see you next play.
That was kind of like that play that he tackled him without the football.
Yeah, he really lit him up.
And but this time he had the football.
So we got one coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep,
They
there's
give
8.
him no gain.
So we're going to have 4 guys going left. I'm sure Coach Humple decided what you were going to do with this.
Now let's see.
First, inside 3 guys are not eligible. The only eligible man's the guy on the outside, and he's going to run. Yep. Oh, just about intercepted by Wyatt Jensen.
Well, there's the chess match.
course, now that we've seen this in the first half,
Well,
all the
that's-
adjustments have been made and everybody's covered up.
That's the word I was looking for, adjustment.
Yes.
I just switched it to chess match. Yeah,
We'll have 3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line for the Lakers on their first series of the second half.
that was well done by Wyatt. And now that Shell Lake sees that they've made adjustments,
Which they knew we would. We got split left, tight right, and a reverse. Here's a reverse.
he
There's
ran
holding right there, and he didn't throw it. There's a Wyatt. Nope,
way over the
way
head.
over the head. Yep.
He quit running.
That official, I don't know why he didn't call holding in that, but no big deal. It'd be 4th down.
Yeah, a
Lakers.
couple other people are mentioning that there should have been a hold, but like you say, what are you going to do? You can yell till the cows come home, and
Yep, quarterback had his arm wrapped around the guy. See if Shell Lake
No,
is going to punt. Yep, they're going to punt. They got number 81 back, and Ben McNulty, a senior, 6'3", 161. Levi Jensen's back at approximately the 25-yard line. Good snap. Comes a rush. Bennett
Block.
Jensen, second block of the night. Recovered by Dawson
Wyatt.
Van Meter. Wyatt Jensen, 2 blocks in one night.
you would think that they'd make the adjustment and say, don't let 2 rush in like that.
But you know, that's what the 8-man is. When Coach Kenzier first took over with the 8-man thing, he said, okay, guys, it's all about speed now. Size is not going to matter. We got to go with speed. And that showed right there, quite evident,
Yeah.
on Wyatt Jensen's speed. That's 2 blocks in one night. So the Cardinals will take over after that block punt by Wyatt Jensen from basically the 40-yard line. 10:53 to go.
Did you know the game would go faster if we scored here?
It would go a lot faster if we scored here. Got Levi Jensen in the backfield as a quarterback. He's going to back.
Oh, my goodness. Look at
Dominic
this.
Kroon's got to get back up. Another stiff arm. Levi Jensen got a front block. He's run 40 yards to get 10. He got his 10, though.
Yes, he did. He got the first down.
He got the first down, but he ran 45 yards to get there.
And that's all right, because if he'd have ended up, he'd only had about 2.
Yep, Dominic Kroon was laying on the ground. He got back up. That's good to see.
You know, it's a long play when you get up 3 times and throw blocks.
I think that's the first time tonight Levi's been there in the spin back position. No, he's in there again. We're going trips. Cardinals going trips right, split
No.
left.
You got Bennett as a wide receiver, so
Yep.
he's fine.
Here comes 3-man rush. Pass to
Okay.
Wyatt, his brother. Oh, wow.
Just a little
Wyatt
dart.
Jensen, down to the 7-yard line. First down for the Cardinals. First and goal at the 7.
You know, I hear people yelling at Levi to
To
run
run.
it, to run it.
Yep.
Hey, you know,
He's still looking.
it's first down. You got plenty of plays. You're doing something different. Just a very nice play by Levi.
And the blocking up front was,
Oh, phenomenal.
yeah. Got Bennett back in the spin back position now. Off to Levi. Cut block. Levi in the score. Touchdown. 7 yards. Levi Jensen. 9:48 to go.
That was kind of a Levi Jensen series
Yes,
there.
it sure was.
Let's get
Let's
Levi.
showcase him.
Let's get the clock running.
With that, there will be running clock. It is a 40-point lead, not counting the 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
So miss or make, it's going to run. And then timeouts, injuries, and change of possessions as far as touchdowns.
Hunter Sellant. Oop, he's
No.
not going to make it.
All right, 48-8. So we got ourselves some running clock here.
And I said at halftime, at the end of the third quarter, I will be going down to the field to get some images.
Are you warm?
Yeah, I'm warm enough.
Okay.
I will be, yeah.
I probably think my
What's
wife is
Yeah, it's
probably
running
in the
clock.
car watching.
Yep, it's running clock. And with high school football, 35-point lead in the second half. It is running clock.
It used to be in baseball and football where there was no running clock in tournaments.
In the third quarter, however, if they do happen to get within 35, they do stop the clock. But in the fourth quarter, they do not. And looking at the demeanor of the Shell Lake Lakers players, they're
Yeah.
pretty down. You can tell it that they're just
You'll have some individuals that want to go hard and
Yep.
never give up, but for the most part, they're just not used to being in this situation. I like to see that other schools are here. Cumberland's here, obviously. Prairie Farm is here.
And I might even leave a little earlier than the third quarter.
Well, anytime you want, you just go right ahead.
You got her. It's in good hands. Another squib kick by Gage Johansson down to the 28-yard line. Number 21.
Oh, there's Hunter right
Justin
there.
Bletchinger. And Jared Hutton. Huddy with a special teams tackle.
But again, good starting field position for Shell Lake. Each and every time they've done a very nice job.
I don't see number 7 coming back into the game either. He's probably had enough.
There he is on the end of the bench.
He's on the end of the bench down there in the sidelines. He was really got beat up tonight, and he was sore coming in.
Now, I'll give the kid some credit for even putting on a uniform.
You know, he's a senior. He's going to have guts. He's going to want to play, and regardless. So we'll have 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Handoff, fake handoff, 21.
Well, you know, and they might be better off at that position because now you got a lot of mobility there.
Yeah, a little read option going on. Probably not going to pass nearly like they did, but.
Right. Well, because now it doesn't stop the clock.
Okay, we got halftime. Thank you, Mitchell Zelmer. Newman 28, Belmont 16 at half.
Oh, that's.
Thank you, Mitchell Zelmer. Mitchell Zelmer is always involved with football. He's one of the Sticks guys at the home games.
Oh, good.
He loves Luck football.
I don't know how you couldn't if you live in Luck or a surrounding area and your team's out.
So we'll have 2nd and 3 from the 47-yard line. Got Deuce right, tight left, split backfield. Probably not going to pass a lot right now. Oh, fumble! Oh, picked up! Riley Reynolds picked off the fumble in the air. He is going to score a 43-yard touchdown. Riley Reynolds.
There's a scoop and score for you.
Scoop and score.
Is that an interception? Tell me it's an interception.
Yeah, that's a scoop and score. Sorry.
Are you sure it hit the ground?
Having done that, 54-8, I'm going to go down to the sideline, be with my coaches and players. And
yep, you do that.
Dennis Anderson's going to take care of it. Thank you so much for listening.
All right, congratulations to Al Tomlinson for doing such a great job, and one of the innovators and the guy that kind of put in the offense to start on a JV level when they were still 11-man. So Al has done a lot for the Luck community and the school, obviously. All right, 2-point conversion now. Bennett Jensen's in the backfield. Looking to pass, throws it to Sellant, and he makes the catch. Hunter Sellant for the 2-point conversion. And we got ourselves a 56-8 ball game in favor of the number one ranked team in the state, Luck Cardinals. So being nervous all week, which you are as a coach, it's a normal thing to do. I'm sure the nerves are gone now. And the minute the game is going to be over, they're going to celebrate for about 2-3 hours. And let me tell you, these two coaches are going to get back to work and direct the rest of the coaching staff on the game plan. But Dunlop and Humple are all ready for the next step. And that should be a dandy. Wausau and Newman, they were upset last year by Sevastopol, and then Sevastopol wins it all. And now the coaches are out talking to the official. I'm sure there's some kind of ruling. And I don't know what it's all about. But anyway, Gage Johansson to kick off. He's done a nice job. A lot of squibs tonight, and they've had a hard time handling it because of the funny bounces and the slippery ball. And here comes Gage. And again, it's on the ground and great bounces. And then he fumbled it on the ground. And now it's knocked loose and out of bounds. That was Bletchinger that knocked it out of bounds, and if it stays in bounds, he's got a touchdown. And but now the clock is running, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Shell Lake. Don't mind me. I'm just working on the heater here. Al's gone, so I'm going to have to pay a little bit more attention. But the Luck defense smothering right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down, about 9. For the Lakers, 56-8 score. Luck Cardinals have pretty much had their way from the opening get-go. They scored on the third play of the game. Stopped the Lakers, and then the next series they scored on the second play from the game, and pretty much downhill from there. All right, back to pass is Green. Lofts it out there. Guy's open, and my gosh, he makes another great catch. These guys, these wide receivers, have done an outstanding job of making ESPN-type catches. I think this young lady's coming up to see somebody. The coaches told him to come up here. Some girl that's probably going to be coming in here. Dunlop went over to the crowd, sent somebody up here. Maybe they had to go get something for a player or something. I don't know. All right, it'll be second and probably 4 for the Lakers. And again, that's their 5th long pass, tremendous catch. All right, fake and taking himself, but he's going to get no gain, and the whistle blows. Runnels on the stop. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Lakers. Again, thank you to Cumberland High School for putting on such a great event, having to turn their field into an 8-man field. They kept the 100 yards, but they had to trim the width. In the shotgun. And now they fumbled it, and it looks like Runnels. No, Bletchinger comes up with it on a fumble. So again, Bletchinger having a good night. Justin Bletchinger, just a sophomore. So the Cardinals will take over once again, and they'll only stop it on touchdowns, not the exchange of possession, just touchdown possessions. And in front of us now, the second group, Luck kids, are running through the plays. So it won't be too much longer, but you don't want to go in injuries, and Dominic Caroon is on the bench with his helmet off, being checked over. Let's hope he's okay. That time the Cardinals picked up, that was Bennett Jensen, picked up about 4, maybe 5. And again, the official making sure that clock keeps running. Coach Wells watching over the second team here, getting ready. Luck is now taking time. They're watching the back judge. And then once he raises his arm, they've got so many seconds, and then takes off. This is Bennett Jensen. He's just following his blocks. One more guy to beat. He tried to run him over. but was knocked out of bounds. The clock still runs, but what a nice run by Bennett Jensen. He just slowly, he didn't have to speed up, he didn't have to do anything but just follow his blockers, just like a convoy. And again, they'll take their time, they'll use every second they can. They don't want to run up the score, but you can't just kneel down. It's 2:18 to go in the third quarter. And also you send a message down south when they look at the score and see a state qualifying game, 56-8. You're thinking, my goodness. And again, this time Bennett Jensen is hit behind the line of scrimmage. So good job by Shell Lake, number 2. He's quite the athlete also. Tyler Green. He was the first man introduced, number 2, lowest number on the field. And the reason there's no number 1 is because Jimmy Campos number 1. I know, you got to shake the heater. Otherwise, it'll be really warm in here if that thing would have worked all night. All right, Bennett Jensen, again, it goes through his hands, but he picks it up, and he's going to get tackled for a big loss. Big time loss. Put it in the garbage can, see if we can't start a fire. Fleck gets him all the way back. It's going to be... Well, we got the fan blowing again. It's going to be third and they only have 12 on the, now it's 24. Third and 24. Again, Luck taking the time. Slowing down. All right, this is, it looked like Wyatt Jensen on the carry. Wyatt. I think they want to try to pass to get the first down, but there's really no need to. I don't know. We'll see what they do. They're going to wait to the end of the quarter as it goes a lot faster with the running clock. And there's the end of the third quarter. With the Luck Cardinals 56 and the Shell Lake Lakers 8. And again, you got to remember, Shell Lake has only lost one football game all year long. That was to Luck. So they are a very good football team. That just shows you Luck is a tremendous 8-man football team. Again, they're playing jump around, and big game tomorrow is 2 Grantsburg Pirates and a Unity Eagle will be on the Camp Randall field tomorrow. John and Leo Chenell for the Badgers. Cody Ince, the former Unity All-American, for the Iowa Hawkeyes. So we will have a lot of Wisconsin people split tomorrow, especially the Ince family. They are going to cheer for their Hawkeyes. Full-fledged. They call this it was rated the #1 tradition since 1994, but now they say the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Wave, they built the children's hospital right by the stadium. And the crowd all turns and waves to the children in the children's hospital as the children wave back. So that is vastly becoming a tremendous tradition. And they purposely built that hospital right there so the kids could watch the game. All right, Levi Jensen's throwing it up to Gage Johansson, and he catches it on a Hail Mary type. And they're going to call pass interference offense. I'll bet you anything they're going to call offensive pass interference. Yep, pass interference on Gage Johansson. Obviously, they'll accept the penalty and move them back, but it was just one-on-one. Levi threw it up to his buddy Gage. There's that 1-2 punch we were talking about. Last year, it probably would have been Jack Washburn and Hunter Rosenbaum of Webster, the 1-2 punch in all the sports. But this year, I don't know if you can find two better athletes than Gage and Levi on the same team. All right, they're going to punt this time, only the 8th punt all year long. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a dandy. It's going to go out about the 6-yard line. So a good punt by Bennett Jensen, goes out at the 6-yard line. So everything going right for the Cardinals. And they will be playing at Chippewa Falls next Saturday. The last update we got was Wausau Newman 28, Belmont 16. And if we play Belmont next week, we'll have to call that the Belmont Stakes. All right, from the 6-yard line, Shell Lake takes over, hands it off, and first met by Wyatt, and then Hunter Sellant and Levi.
Tyler Shuck with the carry. Stopped by Levi Jensen.
You hear his name a lot in the game, whether it's scoring or tackling. Big shoes to fill for next year. But remember, he's still got another game to play. He's got the whole basketball season, where last year he scored a record 48 points in one game. And then he's got the baseball season, where he signed a Division I to go to North Alabama to play baseball. Congratulations to Levi. Handoff. It looked like there was an opening there for a second, but Fredericks and Jensen on the tackle.
Jordan Arnson with the carry. Tackle by Wyatt Jensen and Gavin Fredericks.
That was Wyatt Jensen.
First and 10 for the Lakers.
.8:35 to go, and the clock is ticking down. 56-8. Al Tomlinson is down on the field taking pictures to put on the We Are Network. Long pass, and they're stride for stride. Good defense by Hunter Sellant right there. Safety Gage Johansson there to help, but it was all Hunter Sellant on that coverage. And he's done a tremendous job tonight with coverage, as pretty much the whole Luck secondary has done a great job. Under 8 minutes now to go. After the game, they will present the trophy to the Luck Cardinals. But I'll tell you what, the Shell Lake team is not a bad team. And they may be here again next year. It could be the same two teams. And here's a reverse. He's got some running room, but Hunter Sellant, what a nice job running him down. Runs him right into Levi Jensen's arm. And Fredericks there also. So nicely done. Wyatt Jensen helping everybody up. Nice job. So by the time this next play is off, we'll be under 7 minutes. And Shell Lake not used to being in this type of situation. They've only lost the one game, so they pretty much run the other end of the scoreboard than they are tonight. This time the quarterback Green keeps it. Nope, make that 21. Jordan Arnson keeps the ball, carries it. And there's Luck getting one of their penalties. They really do need to cut that down. They have cut it down a lot tonight. This time it's a handoff. And number 9 is all over that. That's Dawson Van Meter. But first down, they only needed a yard. .540 to go in the game. Shell Lake kind of taking their time also. Just let the clock run. You know, you just, with this defense out there. Newman 41, Belmont 16 after the third quarter. So it's going to be Wausau Newman and the Luck Cardinals next Saturday at Chippewa Falls. Nice pass. The big tight end runs out of bounds, but that was Christian Johnson, but the clock doesn't stop. He did get the first down, but I suppose it's hard when you're only have one loss. You just think you're going to stop the clock and give yourself a chance, but not today. We're under 5 minutes now. I just hope there's no water dumping or no Gatorade dumping, because it may freeze before it hits them. And now they're slowly putting subs in. Shell Lake coming up to the line. Their starting quarterback is out. He took quite a beat and he came in hurt. Aronson throws a long bomb and it's incomplete. Hit him in the shoulder pad. Decent coverage, no flags. It was a catchable ball. Hit him in the shoulder pad, and Shell Lake has been making those type of catches tonight on those long bombs. They've made 5 tremendous catches on passes over 20 yards or longer. So it'll be 2nd and 10, and we are now under 4 minutes. So they get about 2 plays off every minute now with the running clock. A lot of people heading to their vehicles now, but the Luck people are staying here, and most of the Shell Lake people, it's kind of your neutral fans now that are kind of leaving. Back to pass, quick throw again. It's to the tight end. He runs out of bounds, Christian Johnson, but this time he's short of the first down. And again, I think he's limping, but, he's thinking of a regular game where it stops the clock and you get an opportunity, but he runs out of bounds. The clock does not stop. And it's going to be close to 3 minutes by the time they get this play off. We should be about the 3-minute mark. We're at 3:06 right now. They run up to the line. Fake handoff. Again, it's going to be a pass. They just throw it deep. This could be, and it's caught again. That is a 6th long pass, and it was not bad coverage of it at all by Gage Johansson, and they just go up and catch that little ice cube. I mean, that ball's got to be slipperier than a pig. Let's see if they can keep them out. The clock does. You got her going again? Got electrical engineer Toby Carley up here working on the heater. So let's see. I'm sure the Cardinals want to try to keep them out of the end zone. No matter what the score is, you got that kind of pride. And again, the quarterback, Aronson, he's in. Nice run. He bumped off about 3 guys. But the clock continues to run as it's 56-14. Now they stop the clock. Now they start the clock. And I thought it was supposed to stop on touchdown possessions, but maybe it's just too big a lead to worry about that. They are going to try to kick it this time if the Cardinals don't jump off sides or line up off sides. So let's see how the ball flows in this weather. It's like kicking a rock. But nicely done, right down the middle and quite a distance on it. So, very good job. And that will make it 56 to 15, and the clock is running. So will they hustle out there, or will they just kind of take their time? And again, stick around, they tell us. We will stick around and watch Luck get the award. Mr. Carl, are you going to go out and accept it? You're going to go out and accept the award? All right, for under 40 seconds, they'll get the kickoff off, but other than that, they got some subs in now to block or field, and let's see how they do. All right, here's the kick. And it's short, and then he kicked it. Now he's just going to jump on it. Nicely done to maintain the ball. That was number 10 for the Cardinals, Nate Scow. And there's the ball game, folks. The Luck Cardinals going to the 8-man state tournament for the second year in a row. And the coaches can breathe a little sigh of relief for a few hours, and then is back to the drawing board for Newman Catholic, who is putting a hurt on Belmont. And the coaches loving them each other up, which they should. They've worked hard since August. Well, actually, they work hard year-round because of the weight room. And we will just quick get the trophy presentation, and then we'll sign off. But Shell Lake seniors giving each other a hug. And again, folks, that's just their second loss, both of them to Luck. And now you hear the horns honking. And the fans cheering as they run over to the officials and shake hands. I'm telling you, these Luck kids are some nice kids. Well deserved with the effort and the work these kids have put in year-round, many years. They thought they should have won last year, and they will accept nothing less than the gold this year as they run up to the crowd and jump in the crowd a little bit, kind of like the Lambeau Leap. As you can see, Dominic Caroon is not enjoying it as much. He's limping around. Hopefully he'll be ready to go next week. I don't know if it's a knee or an ankle. So Cumberland Athletic Director will present the award. Oh boy. Oh, they're just going to just give them the plaque and the medals to Shell Lake. Joe Johnson, the head coach, Jim Herman, Josh Schmidt, John Schwartz. And again, that's only their second loss, so a very, very good season for the Lakers. And with their runner-up medals. And the Luck Cardinals just cannot be happier that they have a chance to redeem or get redemption from last year's heartbreaking loss to Sevastopol. They led 46 of the 48 minutes and were defeated. And Humpel and Dunlop, co-head coaches, and here comes Levi Jensen to give it to the fans or show the fans. They are excited. As well they should be. All right. I don't know what the story is about Chippewa Falls. I know there's talk about sometimes just go do it without filming, but as far as we know, there will be no video. And I'd like to thank Al Tomlinson and Aaron Arges for allowing me to do the game with them tonight. And it's getting chilly in here. The heater is not working again, so we're going to sign out. Thank you again to all the sponsors. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening, and stay warm. Good night.